Welcome, horse racing enthusiasts. This is John, and welcome to the channel. Wanted to do a video today. One, going over a recent, visit to Saratoga. Two, kind of go over some of the events that took place up at Saratoga. And then three, talk a little bit today about a fun race, which is, four-star Dave race today, and talk a little bit about that. So thought I'd maybe get on the channel and go ahead and sort of talk through this. Now, I do want to say that, had a great time up at Saratoga. Went up and, with a group of old friends, and I think this is our 10th year that we've done this, and what a lot of fun. I mean, it's just a lot, there were events that took place that sort of darkened the day, and I'll get into that a little bit, but for the most part, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, really special time with special friends in a great venue, and hats off to all those guys, for making a great trip. The good side, we had some good racing. I would say that we were successful, in some of our handicapping and our wagering. There was the first day, I think I did a video that said I was, took a little bit of a hit, but that was fine. We built that back up, and ended up, coming out positively on the trip as a whole. So that was very good sort of handicapping and luck and fortune and that kind of thing. Now, on Saturday, in one of the races, a premier race, the grade one for fillies, which is basically 2-year-old, 3-year-old filly. I think it's 2-year-old fillies. There was a prominent breakdown of a horse by the name of Maple Leaf Mel, which is owned by Bill Parcells, former football coach and Hall of Famer. What a tragic story. There's a couple of positive things that came out of it, but let me get through the tragedy side of it. Prior to the race, apparently one of the television channels that broadcast the race presented a package that showed, the trainer and the horse and the love relationship between the two, and the special, unique bond that they had. And then the race went off, and she was doing great. I mean, she had the race won probably 20, 30 yards from the finish line, and she had a major breakdown, and it's just heartbreaking. As soon as someone like myself sees that, that's not a good thing. You just know what, the cascading effects of something like that is on the game. And, obviously our hearts go out to the connections and the trainer and the owner, and what a just tragic event. The racing community has really, I think, done a great job to sort of bring it all back together. And so there will be a necropsy done on the horse, or it's probably already done. They'll take a look at it. The word is that this trainer is above reproach as far as playing by the rules. So hopefully that is proven. And then it's one of those freak things that happened in this game. Maybe there was an injury that you weren't able to detect, and maybe there are things that they can do. They already do a pre-race check of the horses and that kind of thing. So maybe there is some screening that can be done to help eliminate these further. But I want to draw people's attention. I want to give this the proper due and proper respect. And I don't want to be cavalier about this, but this is a part of the game, and if we're playing the sport well and being honest with the rules, these kind of things will happen. And what we need to do is learn from it and be better at detecting these things and preventing these things in the future. And I think if we look at the history and we look at where we were 10 years ago in this industry and where we are now, it is hundreds of percent better than it used to be. There's less deaths as a whole. There are more broadcasts now, and this one in particular was just devastating because it happened at the finish line. It happened, on national TV, and it's one of those things that it's a marker, and it's hopefully it's something that we push forward and we become better at what we do. So, Maple Leaf Mel, and then Ever Summer also was euthanized on Sunday. So, the turf course on Sunday was having some issues, and they end up canceling all the turf races. They didn't pick up the turf again until yesterday. So, it looks as if it's dried out. It looks like it's been, repaired, and the grass has grown through, and we should be fine. So, the turf, unlike the dirt where they harrow it and they dig it up and they resurface it, or they seal it if it's going to rain, and then they harrow it again, and the grass is pretty much, they cut it and they grow it, and that's pretty much, each of those takes a good bit of time. So at any rate, heartbreaking story, and my sympathy goes out to all the connections associated with all of the two horses that had the breakdowns. So today, moving on to today, is the 4-Star Dave, and what a special fun race this is. There's a bar actually in Saratoga, within the first floor of the grandstand, if you will, where a lot of the betting machines are. That there's a bar there called 4-Star Dave, and the reason that is that it was this horse had won eight additional times, 8 times in a row each summer at Saratoga, so it became a fan favorite. I believe, if I've read the stories, that they named a street after the horse. They brought the horse down. I mean, it was just such a fan favorite, and it was a remarkable story. So it's good in and of itself. This race is good for that respect, but also I like it in particular because of Got Stormy was a 2-time winner. So she, this is typically a race against the boys, but she beat him 2 times, and one was as an older horse against older colts or horses, and she was an older mare, and so it was very, very heartwarming to see her win that twice. And so I want to draw your attention to one other thing that just makes me, you won't get this feeling anymore, I don't think. But if you look at horse running today, Casa Creed, is probably will go off as the favorite. Beat Annapolis, just a few weeks ago up at Saratoga. Today we're going, the same distance on the turf, 1 mile. But Casa Creed, if you look at their running lines, Casa Creed, the very last running line, August 14th, 2021, 4-Star Dave, Grade 1. The winner, you'll see the name Got Stormy. So she beat, Casa Creed came in third that race, and she beat Set Piece, and had a nice, 100 speed figure, and had great. I think she had the track record. I'm not sure if she got it that time or the other time that she won it, but she has not the track record. She was off the track record, but the 4-Star Dave race itself, Got Stormy has that record. So what a special race today is. So, moving on as far as, the way that the race will play out, I kind of like Casa Creed to win again. I like the closing style that he has. If we look at Annapolis, tends to be a little bit more, although it's still a close, it tends to be a little bit more on the lead. The way the turf courses have been running, it's sort of favored the closers, and in often case the deep closers. So I see those two sort of battling it out, and I really do think that's going to be the two that come in first and second. If I'm looking at a long shot, and it is a long shot, if you want to take a swing, go ahead, but I like the 7 Ice Chocolate. It's Brazilian horse, bred in Brazil. The trainer is Mark Cassie. Joel Rosario is the jockey. And when I look at this, you'll see that Casa Creed in Annapolis each run speed figures in the hundreds. They're clearly better than the speed figures are clearly better than Ice Chocolate. But Ice Chocolate has run in graded stakes, has run figures that approach, has run it oftentimes in the same race, and still, closed on the horses in question, on Casa Creed in particular. And so I feel like it has a puncher's chance. And if the race were to break down, these two horses would find themselves on the lead and they battle it out and they tire each other out. You may see something, excuse me, like Ice Chocolate step in there and win that race. So pretty cool. It's going to be a fun race, and look for that today. So my picks would be the 6 Casa Creed, the 5 Annapolis, and the 7 the 4 Annapolis, and then the 7 Ice Chocolate. And so I hope that helps. I hope these videos are helping. If you like this, please like the video. If you haven't subscribed yet, I welcome the subscription. And please leave a comment and let me know what you think. What I will do, just like I have in other times, is I will put my picks out in the comment section for this video. And then I'll also, provide what I think are maybe some long shot bets that you can play with and use it as part of your handicapping. And if you want to look for overlays, these will typically be where the overlays are, so that will be helpful to you. So other than that, that's it for the video today. Good luck at the racetrack, and good luck today at the races, and I look forward to speaking soon. Thanks for horse race enthusiasts. Thank you.